This is the emergency services camp. We administer this camp for the youth. It's open to anybody in the West Kootenays and boundary. We've got students from as far as Grand Forks and up to Caslow. And they come with us for the weekend where we introduce them to firefighting, ambulance, policing, and conservation as a career possibly in the future. So we do that by running them through a bunch of scenarios, lectures, and giving them, immerse them as best we can over a 3-day period.
The kids go through 3 days of what it would be like in the life of a first responder. So they do everything from, well, they shoot guns, they do scenarios such as we're doing today. The fire department's going to take a couple people that hurt people out of a car. EHS is going to tend to those people.
Not a whole lot in Nelson, but a fair bit. Definitely out in the highways. So we've got a crash here. We're going to have a driver here shortly. Car crash just happened. Ambulance is just arriving on scene. Nelson PD is just arriving on scene. Away we go.
Do you have any pain anywhere?
No.
No? I'm going to get you to just look straight ahead of me. Anything painful where I touch here?
A little bit, right here. Guys, help is on its way, okay? Just stay here, don't move, okay?
Okay, so can you look left and right?
He's checking her mentation as well. Is she alert, oriented? How's her breathing? Is she talking? All those things. He's just going to have a quick check. So while that's going on, fire's going to start stabilizing the car. You don't want to do anything until the car is secure because there's more people to get hurt with the
So we have no physical injuries. I'm going to do a set of vitals. And
I want to make sure. I want to see what happens. I want to make sure that you're
Lift.
Got it? Lauren?
vehicle stabilized. Safe for me to go in.
Stabilized.
So in a normal situation, Lauren would have taken her over to her car, kind of in a safe, secure area. But just so you guys can get a better visualization, she's going to do it right here.
I see that you're a little wobbly. Do you want to sit down for now, or do you want me to get to the car? Yeah, you can sit down if you like, okay? So just sit down here.
Well, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to make sure that you're taken care of, okay? So sit down. All right. And this is your vehicle, you were saying?
Yeah.
And your kids are in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, so the
They're
paramedics...
okay, right?
Yeah, the paramedics are going to make sure that they're taken care of and they're okay, all right? They're
Okay.
in really good hands, all right?
Okay.
So I have reasonable grounds to suspect that you have, within the preceding 3 hours, operated a motor vehicle with alcohol in your body. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Until I say stop, okay? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good, and stop, okay? So everyone, it says a 0, but we're going to pretend it says fail. So right now I'm going to let you know that you're under arrest for impaired driving, causing bodily harm, okay? You can sit back down, I got to read you a couple more things, okay? You have the right to retain and instruct counsel in private without delay. You may call any lawyer you want. And I hereby demand that you provide as soon as is practical such sums of your breath that, in the opinion of a qualified technician, are necessary to enable a proper analysis to be made by means of an approved screening device and to determine the concentration, if any, of alcohol in your blood. Okay?
So obviously, in reality, this would have been going on in a separate area, and paramedics would have continued working on the patients in the car as well as fire gaining access.
So they're going to pop the hood, cut the battery terminal so we don't have an airbag issue.
Where does it hurt the most?
Battery's clear.
Battery clear. We're gonna get you out of here, so you're gonna hear some loud noises, okay? The firefighters are gonna use their machine.
So what's gonna happen is
Get
we're
the
gonna
door
put
open and then we can
a
go in the
spine board right here on the seat.
These scenes can get kind of chaotic because you have so many different agencies working together. So the biggest thing is communication, right? Communicate with your partners, communicate with the other agencies, and just always have that open line. So if anybody notices anything or anything changes with the patients, everybody's talking and all on the same page.
You need this door off. You can start this door. Okay, so let's cut it, Scotty. Let's cut the telephone.
See, so they're going to cut the doors off on the driver's side. So then we're going to make sure that Sharon, our paramedic in the car, is also protected because she's going to be closest to that side.
Okay, you guys are gonna hear a noise. We're cutting hinges.
Yeah, so with a serious patient, you have a cold and then the most can be done for them. So in a situation like this where you have to work on extrication, that's not always possible, but you still want to try and be keeping that in mind that we need to get this person out. We'll strip them down, get to see if there's any other injuries that we missed. We'll probably start an IV, we're going to realign the collar, just go over everything all the time. Any movement, you reassess the patient. So it's probably kind of hard for you guys to see in the back, but Sharon and Andrew are trying to manipulate the patient onto their side. Any pain change? Have they developed any new sensations of pain?
Can you update the hospital? Let them know we got 2 patients coming in. One left femur laceration, bleeding's controlled, unstable pelvis, vitals are stable. The other patient,
Want to get a pressure there?
3-inch laceration to the left arm, 3-inch laceration to the face, vitals are also stable. We'll be there in about half an hour.
Okay. Anytime you're going to any hospital, they want to know what you're bringing in. So you basically give them a quick and dirty, what the patient's injuries are, what their vital signs are, what you've done, and how long it'll be to get there.
Get at that height? Yeah. Good. For one of that car? Yeah. Good.
So with these two, we can only tell what injuries we can see, right? There might be, you look at the damage on the car and you can just assume that there's probably a lot of internal stuff going on as well. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean there's not more to it.
Let's take those here.
Yeah, we're gonna get that post. Get in the filler cut off is what I do.
Okay, watch it.
Hey guys, can you give us a hand? We're gonna
The B post, it's a structurally important part of the car. Some cars actually have special types of steel, like a boron type steel, that'll be difficult for our tools to cut, but this particular car is quite easy to cut.
The one thing that we have to always be mindful of is when someone's lowering it, you might not realize there's something at the head underneath. So if you're, and again, a lot of communication here because we want to minimize the movement of the patient, C-spine injury. So everybody's going to be talking at every section of the movement.
2, 3. We took that side out. We want to get at that patient as quickly as possible. We could have did
1, 2, 3.
Okay, check our ABCs, how we're doing.
How you doing? How you feeling? How's that low back feel? Yeah? Open up your mouth for me. Keep your tongue out. Okay. Can you take... Okay, open up your eyes.
So now that she's out of the vehicle, we want to just basically secure her. And again, as you can see, we have the help, so use the help. If you have the people, put them to work.